Now, a festival like this one does not happen without partners, money, and partners who believe in what we are building here. One of those partners is JP Morgan Chase, and we are grateful to have them with us. Representing them here today is the managing director and market leader for JP Morgan Private Bank in San Diego, a leader who knows this region, believes in its potential, and has been a committed partner to the work happening in this community. Please welcome Bambas Charalambas.
Good morning, everybody. Morning. I was hoping to hide my piece of paper here behind the cash register, but the set's all gone. So anyway, as was just said, my name is Bambas Charalambas, and I run JP Morgan's private banking business for San Diego. And on behalf of all my colleagues in the room today, thank you for showing up. What an amazing day yesterday, and what a great morning we've had already. I know what you're all thinking, though, as clearly someone from Britain, I'm about to hit you with lots of Winston Churchill quotes, but I'll do my best to resist. I first met the Prebis team in the fall of 2022. I met Grant and Gil and Peter, and their energy was truly infectious. Being around them was like having a can of Red Bull, 4 shots of coffee, and a shot of adrenaline all at once. They were super charged up about doing something huge in San Diego, and they have. With every person I've met at Prebis since then, I felt that same urgency and conviction about this city, and I kept hearing the same message: we can do more. We can elevate San Diego at the global stage and make sure everyone benefits. We can lift all boats. This dedication is why I knew JP Morgan had to be a part of this journey. Prebis has become the force multiplier it set out to be. Their bold vision for an inclusive, equitable, and vibrant future for all San Diegans. It's not just a statement. It is visible in the momentum they are building and the partnerships they are convening, just like today. My hope is that JP Morgan's resources, reach, and community can help advance that same goal. If you're in this room today, I guess if you don't have to be in this room today, but if you are here today, I want you to know this: we are here for you. Our support extends across this entire community: businesses, families, charities, innovators, artists, home buyers, rule breakers, scientists, everybody. We're dedicated to make a meaningful difference to San Diego, and we're here to meet the moment. So to close, I'll just borrow one quote. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. To continue is the courage that counts. Thank you very much, everybody. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Bombas and JP Morgan Chase. Now, we have spent 2 days in one of the most extraordinary places in the world, and I think it's time that we properly acknowledge that. We are in Balboa Park, and I'll be honest with you, I am someone who genuinely enjoys nature. I talk about it on my podcast. I love stepping outside, spotting butterflies, a dragonfly, a rabbit, which might sound small, but it's not that small, especially in May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month, and nature is genuinely one of the ways that I take care of mine. Right outside these doors, there are gardens and sculpture and a sky that has been showing off. This park has been holding San Diego's cultural life for over a century and has been holding us throughout this festival. To tell us a little bit more about this remarkable place and the organization dedicated to its future, please welcome the president and CEO of Forever Balboa Park, Katy McDonald.
Good morning. I admit I practiced this morning with notes in my hand and my scissors, so this can't be so scary. You know, it can't be so scary. Good morning. My name is Katy McDonald, and I am the president and CEO of Forever Balboa Park. On behalf of our board and staff and more than 450 volunteers working in the park every single day, I welcome you to Balboa Park. Forever Balboa Park is a private, nonprofit dedicated to the enrichment and advancement of Balboa Park. We believe nature, people, and culture thrive together and are committed to improving and enhancing all 1,200 acres, the East Mesa, the Central Mesa, and the West Mesa of Balboa Park. And I think we're going to have a slide pretty soon of all of that. As you can see from this aerial photograph, clue. There it is, fantastic. As you can see from this aerial photograph, the enormity of Balboa Park. No other city in the entire country has 1,200 acres in the center of the urban core. Its existence reflects the vision and the aspirations of early San Diegans and is a fundamental piece of our city's history. On May 26th of 1868, 1,400 acres of land were set aside by civic leaders who envisioned a massive, permanent public green space and cultural sanctuary for San Diegans. They were inspired by Central Park in New York, and they appreciated San Diego's unique mild climate and dramatic geography. They chose a rugged landscape of scrub-filled mesas, canyons, and arroyos, overlooking the downtown, the bay, and the Pacific Ocean. They knew that we could be one of the most beautiful cities in the world. And at that time, there were 2,300 people living in our town with fewer than 1,000 houses. To celebrate the opening of the Panama Canal in 1915, the growing city, now with about 30,000 inhabitants, hosted the Panama California Exposition, which drew more than 1 million people to San Diego. And then, as Barry mentioned yesterday, in 1935, we hosted the California Pacific International Exposition, opening, guess what, on May 29th, exactly 91 years ago today. What an incredible capacity San Diegans had to plan for our future. So, as you all know, of late, the park has been back in the center of the news. I will say the only positive thing about this paid parking experience or experiment that we're all living through is that everyone is talking about the park. I actually think everyone's yelling about the park. But I honestly think that people have taken the park for granted for such a long time, and we do so at our peril. As Tom Friedman talked about yesterday, if Trump's favorite word is tariff, Friedman's favorite word is public, as in public service, as in public parks. And it is these public spaces where we can connect to each other, where we can create shared memories. In Balboa Park, we can connect in so many ways. There truly is something for everyone here. We can hike on the 68 miles of trails under the canopy of 16,000 trees. We can walk through the more than 20 specialty gardens, including the Botanical Building and Gardens, which many of you are going to see momentarily. We can hear the beats of the world and the chords of the largest organ in the world. We can learn about science, art, puppets, natural history, automobiles, the art of the people in our museums. We can experience what adult entertainment meant at the turn of the last century by riding the carousel. We can listen to the ghosts in our theaters. But parks don't take care of themselves, and our park is clearly showing its age. We estimate $500 to $1 billion of deferred maintenance. And clearly, the city does not have the resources nor a plan to take care of it. There is currently no long-term funding source for Balboa Park. In the next months, the City of San Diego will embark on a Balboa Park master planning study, which will include, we insisted, thank you Prebis Foundation, on a financing plan, a governance structure, and a vision for creating a park to meet the needs of San Diegans of the 21st century. We, all of us, the universal we, will have the opportunity to weigh in on this study. And then I believe we, all of us, will have to decide how important this amazing 1,200 acres is to our shared life in San Diego. How will we meet this moment? Prebis asks us. I know one thing for sure. It will take all of us, And I actually am very excited to see what will the current civic leaders of our beautiful city by the sea, what will our current civic leaders choose for this park's future? While we're planning, I encourage you all to support the cultural institutions who matter so much to us, support organizations like Forever Balboa Park that are thinking about the long-term health of this amazing place. Enjoy your day in the park. Revel in this amazing public asset. And remember that we are unique in our opportunity in San Diego to gather, to learn, to experience the beauty of life together here in Balboa Park.